of people asking what's the best kind of car to buy, and that is all kind of subject to opinion for one, but it's also dependent upon maintenance. How well has that vehicle been maintained up to this point? A brand new vehicle, you're going to be good to go for 50,000 miles or so, but Hondas are known for their reliability. They're very capable of reaching 200,000 miles and beyond that, but it's all dependent upon how well it's been maintained up to that point. They have a couple different maintenance items on them, and a lot of them are kind of easy to forget about. One of the main ones that seems to be touched on is timing belts. Between 90 and 110,000 miles, the timing belt's due for replacement, and 9 times out of 10, you're made aware of that. There's also another service that goes in conjunction with that with these Hondas that it's called a valve adjustment. So they don't use traditional hydraulic lifters in these. We will typically recommend a valve adjustment in conjunction with the timing belt, and what that is the adjustment of the valve. So over time on these Hondas, they'll either tighten up or become too loose, and so you have to adjust those because of that. If that's ignored, it can cause long-term issues down the road. You don't notice them immediately, but over time, when allowed to run that way, that's what causes the issue in the long run. So your valves, over time, you have intake valves and exhaust valves, and they open and close rapidly. Intake valves suck in the air and gas mixture, whereas exhaust valves are what pushing the combustion gases out through the exhaust system. They will typically, what they do is they will open up. Those clearances will go open instead of going tighter. And so you have to remove the valve cover, take some feeler gauges, and according to Honda specifications, which depth you need on your feeler gauge, you loosen that valve up, adjust it to the proper feeler gauge, and then tighten it back up, and then you're good to go again. That is something that's easily forgotten about, especially if you're not educated about it, but it's really important. Having a bad valve can cause poor fuel economy, it can cause clattering noises, and it can actually damage the cylinder head. If you have a loose valve in there that's just kind of bouncing around, it can actually wallow out the cylinder head, and now you need a very expensive repair to take care of that, whereas a preventative maintenance item will take care of that, and you'll never have to worry about it. To our what is the best reliable car to purchase? Extremely reliable, so long as they have been maintained up to that point. It can cause weird things to happen when you ignore that valve adjustment. I used to have an older Honda Accord that I was chasing a misfire condition. I did a tune-up on it, I did spark plug wires on it, I did an induction service, and it was still missing, but I had the weirdest little clattering noise going on, and our foreman here was like, well, have you done a valve adjustment? I did that valve adjustment, misfire was gone. Took care of itself doing that valve adjustment. So preventative maintenance is everything. It can also cause, something like that. If I was a customer and I wasn't a mechanic, I would have had to have paid diagnostic fees and testing fees to figure that out. Whereas if I would have just done that on my regular routine schedule, I never would have spent that testing money because it would have just already been done and taken care of. So as far as what is the best reliable year, make, and model to buy, all of them are good and all of them have their own quirks. But buying a used vehicle really boils down to how well has that car been taken care of up to that point. And that's why we offer pre-purchase inspections. We do an inspection on the vehicle. It'll cover it top to bottom, back to front. It identifies any safety, repair, and maintenance items that the vehicle may need. And we're able to bring those to your attention, and we can kind of chat about that and discuss that. And then you can make a more educated decision on, is this a vehicle worth purchasing, or should I maybe look into something else?